There we go. Hi, you guys. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to try to. Oh, boy. Something. And it's going all the way down here so I can. Hi, Christy. Hang on here. I'm gonna plug my mic in, so hopefully it sounds better for you guys. You know what? I'm just gonna leave the mic out. Does it sound okay, you guys? Hi, Gabriel. Hi, Laurel. Hi, Marianne Morley. Hi, Cool Guy 1231. I am just waiting on for my sister to rejoin. She's gonna teach me how to use that StreamYard better. We'll get it going. Of course, I had to decide I was gonna do StreamYard right away with you guys. But we're gonna be going over the Lilly and Jack Sullivan case here. I gotta wait to watch to see when she hits that join button. You guys, if you guys could hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Since we have 10 in the live right now. Let's see here. There we go. Let me get this out of the way so I can see. No. What did I just do? Okay, I'm adding my sister. She should be joining here any second. All right. Can you
hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can. Yay, we can talk now.
Yes, we can talk now. Awesome. Okay, so let's go kind of recap everything. So just kind of tell them about your gift, your empathy, your intuitive ability, and then we'll go into when I presented you with Lilly and Jack Sullivan's pictures.
Okay, perfect. Hi, Christy. Hi, Mary. Ann. I am Veronica, Rebecca's sister. I am an empath. I figured that out. I knew since I was littler that I could feel different things that weren't my own emotions. And then didn't realize that it was not only living things that I could feel until a little bit later in life. So, yeah, that's a little bit about it. I discovered it and I've been working on exploring I'm very good with humans. I can feel their emotions very well, but working on honing the more spiritual aspect of it. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, Laurel.
Okay, so when Lilly and Jack's case first came out to the public, I started working on Lilly and Jack's case right away, right from the beginning. And I had come to my sister's house and I just gave her an image of Lilly and Jack and I said, what are you getting on this? And I will let her go from there so she can tell you guys.
We're testing my memory today. Okay. So she gave me a picture. She said, what do you get when you look at these two little kids? So I sat down and first I felt they were scared. They were very scared. Then they were with people they knew, but didn't I don't want to say didn't trust because that's not the right word for the feeling, but they knew them but they didn't trust them basically is the best way I can describe it. I knew there was a mom and like a stepdad or somebody that wasn't their actual like biological father that was in the picture. I felt like there was no connection to the actual dad, and that whatever was going on with them had more to do with the stepdad and not so much the mom. Um, the I'm trying to remember. I didn't go too much into like any extended family or anything like that. But then the feeling of water, there was a river, there was rapids. I felt like I was caught underwater is basically the best way to describe it. Like I couldn't get to the surface, like that panicky feeling. I don't know if anybody's ever gone too deep in a pool or something. I was a lifeguard at one point, so you get to the bottom of a pool and go up and you're like get a little panicky when you're down there. That's the emotion that I got. I got a the feeling of like being in a boat. That was something that came up. I got the feeling of being cold. I don't That's about all I remember that I told you. If you want to
Yeah, that's pretty
see
much what you told.
if there's
That's
anything else that I missed there, but I believe that was kind of the
yes,
initial before you gave me any more info on it.
yes, that's exactly what she gave me, and I know that there are a couple other people out there who feel Lily and Jack, which that's why I wanted to bring my sister on, was because there are a couple other people out there who feel like a boat was involved.
Hi, cool guy. Hi, Claire. Hi, Helen.
See, Sarah Jones said she saw the inside of an aluminum boat too. So this is why I wanted to bring my sister on. My sister does not work on this case. I literally brought this to her. I think it was like May 7th is when I showed her the picture of Lily and Jack. Is when I showed
Yeah,
her the picture.
and to go off of Sarah's point, sorry to cut you off, but the boat that I felt like I was in was like a rowboat or something small. It wasn't like a big like steamer ship or anything like that. It was just like either one of those boats that would have I use my hands to describe things, so bear with me, but like a little small engine on the back or like a rowboat or something. It wasn't like a speedboat or any like crazy boat, but it was very much like this little kind of rowboat or a little I don't think dungy boat is the right word for it, but something like that. That was the boat that I felt like I was in.
Lily Segan is saying rowboat question mark.
Similar, yeah, yeah. I don't see images. It's just so when I get things, it's only things that I physically have felt before. Um so I don't see like rowboat, but it was something of that it wasn't like a speedboat or a fishing boat or something that goes super fast. It was something that is rather slow moving is what I felt.
Yeah, Sarah Jones says just one of those little aluminum
Mhm.
ones with a small trolling motor on the back.
Yep, yep, something like that.
And so, as you can see in and we've gotten a river coming out multiple times for Lily and Jack. We can't hear you, Vern.
I'm not talking. I'm just shaking my
Oh,
head over here.
okay. I
Um,
think I think
yeah,
you're yeah, I think it's just me then. What I'm watching on is a little delayed. Um, the Nancy Dar, she says hi, Becca and Veronica. Claire says hi, Veronica. Sarah Jones says neat. And then again, like I said, she got the rapids and rivers feeling like they were stuck under some sort of rapids. Um, which makes
oh, yeah.
sense, which makes sense because we all have picked up on the waterfall, right? And we know there's a lot of waterfalls in Nova Scotia in that area.
Yeah, that one I remember pretty distinctly because it was like I was almost at it's that feeling like when you're almost about to take a breath of air, but you can't get there. I don't know how else to describe it, but like it was that's the feeling I got when it came to like the rapids. And that's how I'm describing it was like it wasn't like crazy white water rapids that I felt. It was just like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not the best with getting my thoughts into words all the time, so bear with me, guys. But yeah,
Lily Segan says, could it be possible that they're hidden behind the waterfalls?
could be. I mean, I don't know the area. I will not try to deceive anybody and say that I am familiar with anything other than kind of the few things that I've picked up. I don't look into anything at all, really. Just when my lovely sister says, "Hey, what do you get up?" So I don't know much of the detail around there. I know there's some. It's Canada, so there's waterfalls and forests and trees and all kinds of things, but like you were underwater in a river moving. Yeah, so it was there was kind of two there's kind of two folds. First it was like I went across like a smaller creek or river. And then it was like I was stuck underwater and couldn't get to the surface, but I was really close. Like I was really close. That's the feeling I got. Like that panic, like, oh, I'm almost there. I can't, but I'm not. So that those are the two when it came to the water that I really um remember feeling for that.
See, and I'm pulling cards as you're talking about this. We have gift, which is to me represents the fact that you're gifted. I'm gifted. We got the loss of the children, the debt, and then the beach card. Well, the beach card comes out for me to represent what Daniel Martell said about their first date, right? Lily or Malaya's and Daniel's first date, and him going back to being the old Daniel, and to remember where he took Malaya on their first date with the waterfall. And she doesn't know any of this. My sister doesn't.
No.
You guys, we have
That
35 people in here. Could you guys hit that thumbs up button for me? If you are on the vertical live stream, just double tap the screen for me.
I can tell you when I'm looking at the beach card right now, it
Uh-huh.
gives like I get fear. That's what I feel right now. Like looking at that, I have a feeling of being scared, being fearful.
Okay.
I don't know if that means anything. I like I said, I don't know too much about that whole story, but that's what I at this
No,
very moment.
it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And then with all the new information that came out recently, which I'm going to pull some cards and see what my sister gets on it and I get on it too. In regards to, I've already seen that DT's been out there trying to discredit the witnesses as well. Already, um, which is ridiculous. Yeah, we have to see revenge, faked death, serial killer, meaning two people unalived. We have revenge coming out and faked death. What is this faked death about? Regret. So the revenge against Malaya. Daniel Martell is clarify the revenge. What is the revenge about? The loss of the children. The revenge is about the loss of the children. and hidden. The two children are hidden. Serial killer comes out for me to represent two. Two hidden. Revenge, loss. The revenge is clarified by the loss, okay? The fake death is regret over making up a false story about Malaya. Let's see what came out again. Power
With
supply.
your do you want me to just, like, interrupt you when I feel things, or do you want me to
Yes,
wait?
no, just
Okay.
interrupt me.
So, when the hitting card came out, I felt very cold,
Okay.
like freezing cold. Can you pick up the power supply one and let me look at that
Yeah.
one again? Because that one gave me like a not regret in a I'm feeling
Remorse?
genuine like regret or remorse for doing something bad, more like regret, like damn, that was a bad decision. Sorry, I don't know if I can say
No, you can say damn.
dang on the channel. That is the feeling of the regret that I get. It's not a genuine like I am genuinely sorry for what I did. It's like a this shouldn't be I didn't mean for this to happen, but like a um not a sincere I feel bad that this is the situation I'm in, like a this isn't how this isn't how it was this isn't how it was supposed to go is not the right words for it, but it's like a yeah, like a not sincere. You're not when you it's like when your mom forces you to apologize for something that you're not actually sorry for. That's what I'm feeling. I probably everyone can relate to that, or a parent or somebody has made you say sorry when you weren't actually sorry about something. That's how I'm feeling. Like that's the kind of regret when I see that card. That's what I get.
Yeah, and what I get with the regret as well as what she was saying is, like, dang, this wasn't supposed to go down this way. Malaya wasn't supposed to leave. They were supposed to stay together. It says, okay, like a trolling motor needs under what, okay. I always felt like, so from Sarah Jones, I always felt like that was someone kind of veiled threat to her, that waterfall comment he made. Yeah. Yes, Sarah, there was a hidden meaning by Lilly Segan. There was a hidden meaning behind that statement he made about the beach. Yeah, I 100% fully agree. Sarah Jones, the cards you get from the deck and the other deck is wild. Ding, Sarah Jones. Mary Ann Morley says top of the waterfall's edge. Question. Yeah, it could be. Um, Sarah Jones says you catch that too. So, do you get anything else? Okay, do you on the revenge or debt or hidden? You said the hidden already. I'm gonna put the power supply back there. Power supply, I always get that there's a source of energy near Lilly and Jack Sullivan. We're physical bodies. I don't mean spirit energy. I mean an actual, like whether it's an electric pole, a light pole, there's something there that would be significant. And it could be you may see a windmill like this near where they are. But from the power supply card, I also get narcissistic energy as well.
What comes to me actually for that. So the way that I work is not in any logical fashion. When power supply, I don't get anything off of. Windmill, I don't get anything off of. But look at the background, how it's foggy with the mountain and you can't really
Same.
see it. That's where
Yeah.
my attention. Can you hold it like more flat a little? Yeah. So that's kind of where my attention is drawn to, and it's like a feeling of like actual deep sorrow. Like when you've lost something or something has really affected your life or hurt you. That's what I get from that image. I don't whether it is relevant here or not, but that's what I'm getting.
No, I think it's very relevant. I think that's how Malaya Malaya is feeling at this current moment in time. Does anybody agree with that? Because I've pulled on Malaya's energy and I feel like she is going through deep, deep remorse and regret right now. Christy Davy, you agree? Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pull on the revenge and debt. Why is this here? Why is this here for Lily and Jack? There's Daniel's card. You guys all know Daniel shows up as the celebrity card. He's the one out in the spotlight. Speaking, he either shows up as the celebrity or he shows up as the devil. And you getting anything off this card, Veronica?
Yeah, my throat gets real tight. Like I can't speak almost. Not like I have to clear it, but like when you're like nervous and you get that like lump in your throat, that's what I felt with that one.
So like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but so like withholding information type of
I
thing.
wouldn't say withholding. It's more of a like I have to go talk, but I don't want to talk, but I have to. Like stage fright almost.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, let's clarify serial killer and hidden. What does this have to do with? Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't feel like comes out because obviously Lily and Jack didn't unalive themselves. I believe this is referencing like a step parental filicide or a filicide. I think that's why this card comes out. You can see the bathtub. I can tell you I had a vision of someone administering CPR to Jack. Okay. They were in a bathroom setting.
That one gives me like actual physical heart like pain. I don't want to say heart pain. I'm not having heart pain, but like right here, it's like pressure right here.
I gotta wait till my stream catches up so I can see you.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
where you just tell me where you're pointing to.
Like like over my heart kind of, but not really, like in between like your sternum and where your kind of heart actually is, like right there. I got like a very weighed down pressured feeling. And
Okay.
again, just like very sad isn't the right word. That was almost like panic. Like
Okay.
like like if you're gonna do that, that's I don't bear with me, guys. First time on here. But yeah, it's like oh, like that feeling. And then it was actual like pressure here.
Okay. So I mean that kind of makes sense with what I seen. Sarah Jones says you guys are both very talented. Which would make sense because again, I seen someone giving Jack CPR. It was a male energy. I will tell you what I seen about. I did see Malaya in the vision. Malaya was just kind of standing there in shock, like she didn't know what to do. That's the only way I know how to describe it is she didn't know what to do. Lily Segan says you're doing great, Veronica.
Thanks, Lily. Thank you. I like the words of encouragement.
Um, so I'm gonna clarify the suicide and celebrity card. Why is this here? Let's see. Cover up. Yeah, cover up coming out. So I'll let you speak first and then because I don't want to influence what you may be getting off of it.
That one again is like it's like a fearful, like a child fear where you're not sure why you're scared, you just know you're scared. There's
Okay.
nothing there's nothing like that is it's not like there's a bear running at you, so you should be scared, or there's somebody trying to like get you. You're just like you almost like live in fear. Almost is what I get from like that. That's if you've ever experienced that, where you're like walking on eggshells, kind of that fear that you have like all the time. Almost that's what that card gives me.
Yep, that makes sense. That makes 100% and even the fact that you said bear really makes sense because according to Daniel Martell, the reason the kids couldn't have gotten out the front door was because he had a wrench in the door to prevent a bear from getting in their front door.
A wrench is gonna. I
Yeah,
apologize. That's not going to stop a bear from getting in your front door. But okay, way to go, man. Sorry,
yeah,
I, I'm a little more unhinged than my sisters.
yeah. So the cover up to me, that gives me the celebrity, which I know is Daniel Martell, because that always comes out here. I don't again, I do believe Daniel Martell needs to be watched for. I do believe Daniel Martell is feeling some pressure. He's feeling the heat. He's feeling the walls closing in on him. Um, so he does need to be watched for this unaliving stuff. But this is just clarifying that he's covering up for some sort of either a step parental or some sort of and I don't know if it would technically be classified that if it was an accident that the kids got into some DRUGs or rugs or whatever, but um he's covering up for himself and for Malaya. That's what I'm getting when this cover up comes out. Now we're going to clarify celebrity and power supply. Why is this here? Mind control, which makes sense. Which makes sense to me. This is telling me going clarifying the celebrity and the power supply. This is me telling me that Daniel Martell is trying to control the narrative. This is also confirming to me about the DRUGs being involved. I've got DURGs being involved since day one. And again, with it going next to cover up and mind control, this is telling me that he's trying to, again, control the narrative, control what people think and perceive about the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan.
Yeah.
Jane Doe says an irrational fear.
My that one quite literal the mind control one like quite
Uh-huh.
literally gave me like a headache almost.
Okay.
Uh,
So let me, since you said headache, there are a lot of questions. If accomplice partner in crime. Shoot. Let me grab my tablet. I want to show you a picture of someone, and I want you to tell me what you feel from this picture. Just hang on.
really putting me to the test here, guys.
Yeah, I know.
uh,
It's not a test. I know you're very gifted, just like me, and the more help we can get on this case, the better into bringing clarity into this case and finding Lily and Jack. Okay.
yes, I agree wholeheartedly. I smile and laugh because that's just my personality. I think nothing about this is funny at all, but that's the way
Yeah,
my
my sister's very much
that's
a she when she gets she's the type of person who diffuses with humor. Not
yes,
diffuse.
yep, that's
Yeah.
accurate. Yes.
Okay, let me see if I can pull up a picture of just um I want to get a very clear picture.
Thank you, Nancy. I'm happy everybody's joining.
Yeah, me too.
My babies
Guys,
are
I'm
my
just like,
one
"Ooh."
says I'm just reading it for you back. DT says Daniel uses math as a way of self soothe as he has ADHD. DEA 56 says so a bad thing accidentally happened, i.e., let's say they were in the bathtub for bedtime Thursday night and she went into the bedroom with Meadow and Daniel came in and discovered Jack or both.
Possibly. I mean, when I had that vision, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking as well. Because it was in a bathroom. The vision was in a bathroom. The male energy was administering CPR. Malaya was just standing there. It was 100% Malaya. Um, and hang on, let me see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna show you an image. I don't want you to. I'm gonna try to cover it up here. Oh shit. Okay, well, I can't really cover it up that much, but this woman right here, can you see
Yep.
it? Okay, what are you getting off of that woman?
Mm, that's a mixed bag of emotions there. Not, oh boy, that's a lot. There's a lot going on. Um,
Can I remove this? Do you have her image in your mind?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
you can take it away. Um, I'm trying to work through all of these. There's a lot. There's a lot going on with her. Um, First, we have like anxiety to level 1000 that she could ever have. And then panic, anxiety, panic. Those are kind of the first two. Also a very low, like low self-esteem, low self-worth, doesn't feel like good enough for anybody or anything. Um the And then almost just like like a nothingness. Not like you're dead nothingness. I don't know if I can say that word, sorry. Um, but like a numbness.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes 100% sense. Does that make sense with you guys? It makes sense with me before I go into anything. Do you get anything with her head?
I have a headache right here. Like a very not and I don't want to say headache and like it's a very painful, but like right here at the top of my head in this one spot, there is just like a sharp pain right here.
Okay, I'm waiting for it. Okay, okay. Because a lot of people think Malaya had some type of injury. That's
See,
why
I
I was
get that there like I feel like there was almost like a I know I don't know, I feel like there was like a argument or a fight or something like there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of chaos around her. That's why it's like hard to figure out exactly what which emotion that I have words to describe is that I'm feeling because it's very chaotic. It's like a never ending tornado of all these emotions. But like the biggest ones are like panic, anxiety, sadness, and numbness, I would say in the best terms I have to describe. I need one of those like I got to get one of those like charts that's like here's what emotion are you feeling and point to that because that would be more helpful than what I can describe sometimes. I think they got ones that are like 99 emotions. I need that. We should
yeah,
get one.
yes. Um, does it feel like almost like a depression or like because people are
Yeah,
speculating whether or not like she was on DRUGs as well.
I can say that not personal experience with DRUGs, but that's a feeling that I felt in my own life at one point. It was not with DRUGs, but yes. Um, that's what I mean by the numbness, where you're just doing something so you don't feel anything. That's what that is.
Okay. So, like, do you think she was on DRUGs?
Um, there was I don't know what was causing that feeling. I can't say for
Mm,
sure. I
okay.
know personally when I get that feeling, I've either 100% like disassociated and gone somewhere else and I just don't feel anything, or I have been drinking. Like those are the only two options that I don't drink anymore. But those are the two scenarios in which in my personal life I would feel those is when I'm like, and I'll only do that when I get real stressed out or if something really bad has happened. Like I almost just like remove it's a coping mechanism that I developed. Um, Thank you, Sarah. That I developed with before I knew what this was that I had with dealing with all these emotions where I'll just shut everything off and I don't feel anything. So it's one of those two scenarios is she's completely detached it's or it could be both. Like it can
Right.
happen that happens both, both things happen.
Right.
I can't tell you yes, it's 100% it's because she's doing DRUGs. Could be. That's one of and I only have my own life to reference, right?
Right.
So one of those two scenarios is true in this situation because otherwise I wouldn't feel it.
Right. Right. Um, let's see. I'm just gonna go. Jane Doe says, thumbs up. Legitimately. After all that happened night of May 1st, how could Malaya conduct that interview next morning so calmly? DEA 56 says the dogs lost the scent, but which scent at the end of the driveway? This is still a factor. So did Lily walk to the end of the driveway? I don't believe Lily walked to the end of the driveway, DEA 56. I believe I believe with the time frame that they give for the children missing, there's no way that the search dogs, the scent dogs, would have been able to follow their tracks, to follow their scent. There's no way. The scent lingers too long. I believe that they followed the scent to the end of the driveway because of them then being put in a vehicle. And I don't mean being put in a vehicle in the sense that Malaya took the kids off that property. I mean in the sense that they were carried to a vehicle, put in a vehicle, and then hit the asphalt road. And because it happened, again, I'm going to say this is alleged in my opinion, because it happened the night before, not 20 minutes prior, the scent then dissipated. DEA 5.
There's something about when you say like vehicle and is there something about like warmth or being warm? Like I'm all of a sudden like getting very warm while you're talking about this. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but that's something that
There was a apparently Daniel Martell burns a lot of fires. So there's been speculation of even by the RCMP, the people who took the RCMP officers that took the cadaver dogs to search his property, even asked about his wood stove. Um, but there has also been a pink blanket found, which a lot of people think is planted evidence.
the pink blanket when you said that scares me.
The pink blanket scares you? Okay.
Yeah, like oh, like fearful, very fearful. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but you said pink blanket and
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I just know very Sarah Hang on, I'm just detached. D, it says she's detached from her emotions. It's something that can happen. Yes, it is dissociative disorder. I think she may D 5-6 says I think she may well have had this for years. It's a coping mechanism. She mentioned having a back injury and she could not work after that. So just um
Rising painkiller. Yeah, I
summarizing.
mean that could explain for warmth too. I'm pretty sure when you take those, you get warm. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, and Sarah, thank you for saying you like my nails.
Jane Doe
Uh,
says I was thumbs up being previously on Veronica's request for an emotional chart, huh?
that's the when remember when I said about 99, like the 99 pictures and point to the emotion?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Jane Doe says she looks I'm trying to read it. I need to get my eyes.
antipsychotic anxiety,
Drug
DRUG to me. That could be, I mean,
So does
just
Daniel though. So does Daniel though.
but that you feel that like that is something if she was like calm, some did you mention she I don't know if somebody in the comments said she was like what would make her so calm the next morning? Like it could be a combination if she's on anti-anxiety, anti-meds, didn't sleep and was
Yeah,
doing other things, like that would make you pretty calm. And that's
correct.
my own thought, not something I'm feeling.
They also said Lily Segan says Malaya did, and that this is true. Very
That
true.
I have literal I don't know if you can see, but I have literal goosebumps. I don't that's she was lying.
She was lying. Yeah. Um, that's
Yeah.
possible too. Benzos. I don't know what benzos are. Oh, you're talking about. Oh, okay. You're talking about a painkiller. Is that what you're talking about?
I think that's more of an anti-anxiety-ish benzos. I think that's what those are. Or they
Oh,
used to be given for anxiety, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. I could be 1000% wrong.
someone
Yes.
said opiates are a
Opiates are a
more.
warm dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So you're hitting on everything. Now I'm going to clarify the cover up and mind control. Why is cover up and mind control here? Legal proceedings. So again, trying to prevent legal proceedings, trying to prevent justice from coming for Lily and Jack, trying to prevent going to jail, all those things. This may also be speaking of their, I'm not going to say their other child's name because once again, their other child is going to have a life to live, and I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. Lily Segan says Malaya does suffer from anxiety.
legal proceedings is like total stop. Nothing, which doesn't happen often.
Okay.
Like it's apparent to me that something, somebody, some energy like cut everything off. Like
Okay.
on purpose. Like I don't never not feel anything and that was like a full pure nothingness, which doesn't happen. If I
Do
don't
you
like
think
it, personally, if I'm not like getting something, I still feel my own emotions. That was like everything gone.
so? Do you think that I'm just going to ask a question? Look at the legal proceedings again.
Mhm.
Do you think that could be because there may be some sort of how do I say this without
Let me say something first. I
okay,
think is there like speculation about um some somebody trying to not like take Like somebody within the legal system that's trying to not get blamed for something? I don't wanna say, like, covering it up because that's not what I'm feeling, but, like, trying to deflect?
Yes, very much so. Yes, very much so. There have a lot of people have been saying that the RCMP have screwed this case up royally. Very much so. Very, very
That's
much so.
probably why I got the, like, nothingness because somebody's trying to make like, not get fingers pointed at them. So they do nothing. Like, nope, nothing. I don't
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That's all I got.
Are you so with legal proceedings, when you said nothingness, I see I have surveillance at the bottom of the deck. So to me, when you said that, I it instantly popped into my head that RCMP may be trying to do some sort of undercover work behind the scenes. Um, and that's why the energy is being blocked from you. CPS 2, yeah.
Survey I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay attention to anything you just said. Uh, I apologize. That happens when I hyper focus. Surveillance is giving me like not legally that somebody's watching, but there's somebody who is um keeping very, very, very close tabs on quite literally everything that somebody does.
That would be, and she doesn't know this, you guys, that would be Darren Geddes. That would be Darren Geddes. He's literally been trying to, and that's where I put in my one video, Darren stop stalking Malaya, because he is trying to uh put this all on Malaya. But what I was saying when you said you got stop no energy at all is that, hang on, I gotta sneeze. Um Hang on, you guys. Sorry guys, I have COVID, so I'm pretty sick. But um when you said that, I got RCMP doing like undercover work behind the scenes when you said stop no
Yeah, Opal G2. No, I don't mean like that surveillance is stopping energy. I mean that there is just somebody in general, whether it's a group of people, one individual that doesn't want any attention drawn to themselves, so they stop everything. Anything that could quite literally make them stand out in any way, they like that. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's not like a different group of people trying to stop something. It's whatever. I don't know.
which makes sense because Malaya refuses to speak out for her children. She does. Nancy Dar says, "Well, Emma's being watched constantly." Yes, she is. Malaya's being watched constantly by Darren. By I believe Darren is spying on Malaya for Daniel. Um, thank you guys for all the healing prayers. But what I'm getting from this is that there's something. What I'm getting from this, Opal, is that I believe that the energy is being protected um by spirit energy, so that too much information doesn't get out there about what RCMP may be doing behind the scenes. That's what I got when she said when Veronica said she stopped no emotion, nothing. She was feeling nothing. I feel like there's a intentional energetic block by spirit because there is something going on behind the scenes. Um, Barb one, is DT an undercover cop? I believe DT is trying to play undercover. Veronica, why don't you read that comment and see what you get off of it? She doesn't know who DT is.
I have no idea who DT is, but that brings me nothing of undercover. like a real undercover cop, it gives me maybe that's where this energy of like wanting that's not the right word. It's I'm getting it associated with the like I need to know everything. But it's not a somebody that would be, like, in the legal system actually going undercover and, like, infiltrating I movie references here, but, no, I don't think a actual undercover police officer, maybe somebody that really is, like, keeping a real close eye on everything that's going on. I That would be the only thing, but
That
I
makes
would say no, not an actual, like, real undercover police officer, no.
yeah, you are correct. He is not a
I
real
get like the
undercover police officer.
heebie-jeebies when, like, you say DT and it's like, "Ugh, ugh, no, get away." That's how I feel.
No. Yeah,
I don't
he
know if that
no.
means to
Yeah,
everybody,
well,
but
that's the thing. A lot of people, if you go into DT is the content creator. He is an ex-law enforcement, retired law enforcement. If you go into DT's chats, in his live and you say things that go against what he is saying, you will get blocked or you will get bullied in his chat room, in his chat for um his lives. Um which
okay,
again
I
is
mean,
another huge red flag for me because I've seen it so many stinking times with other creators who try to do the same darn thing. And what they do is they do the same exact thing. That's why you're not going to tell me DT isn't trying to play undercover cop or undercover or go undercover or try to get close to Daniel or Janie or anyone else because his actions are the same actions as the other people that I've seen do the same exact thing. It's just going based off of repeated patterns from other people who've done the same thing.
yeah, I mean, that could be what I'm feeling is if that's how he makes people feel, I can also that could be, uh it could be something. I don't drunken turkey busybody, wow. Why does he even do it? It's so he is rude. Okay.
Opal
Yeah.
says makes sense. Jane Doe, could it be blocking and chance? Lily, RCMP has been quiet. Yes, they have been. Opal trying to tone things down. Jane Doe, 16 controlling narrative. Yeah, Opal, he's cool. I mean, and he's people where you get content creators who try close to these people and they will act a specific way, including being rude and obnoxious to the people in their chats because they want to make sure the people they're trying to get close to see that they really truly have their back and they're not going to let them speak negatively or go against what that person's saying. Um, I'm telling you, he's portraying the same patterns and same things as other people, other content creators who've tried to get close to other suspects, alleged suspects. Okay.
No, it's facts, no rumors. I mean, I can respect that. Facts, no rumors. But yeah, I
But
believe
see,
that's how he likes to show
DT's not putting
some.
out DT's not just putting out facts though. He's not putting out facts, Opal. He's not putting out facts. He has tried very hard to discredit the witnesses that have come out. He's tried very hard to throw shade on Daniel's ex-girlfriends. He's tried very hard to even when he was talking to the PI, he lied about a case going on for weeks on end about when he was saying that the boyfriend it was the couple that was missing and
Is there
the family
something?
hang on a
Sorry.
sec.
Okay.
The the family was what the boyfriend's family was blaming the girlfriend's family was blaming the boyfriend's family, and he told the PI that that case was going on for weeks and weeks and weeks. That case went on for a week. They found them within a few days of them going missing. So he doesn't just put facts out there.
Um, now I lost it. Somebody, Barb, Barbder, Barber. I'm sorry, terrible with name.
Jordan Getty is coming
Jordan
up with.
Geddes, is he, is that somebody that, is there like stomach issues? I can get my stomach's really upset when I don't know, keeps coming up with grooming that like it just gave me a real weird
I don't know. I don't know if there's stomach issues with Jordan Geddes. Do you want me to tell you about Jordan Geddes?
not particularly. I mean it was just I'm just kind of reading through the chat here. And there was I forgot what it was, but puts on yeah, that's fine. No, he's selling okay. That made me mad. It's like trying to
Barb one says Daniel Martell, best bud Jordan Geddes may be involved. He stopped. I'm gonna just give you this information right now. Daniel and Malaya and the kids stopped at Jordan Geddes' house on the morning of May 1st.
Okay.
But the kids and Daniel and Malaya were all seen in town that afternoon of May 1st. Opal, you get weird
The
vibes.
kids have stomach aches? Like, was there something with somebody in stomach aches? Like
Unfortunately,
upset stomach or anything like that?
apparently the kids were sick.
Okay.
Apparently they were sick with a cough, though.
No, this is like almost like you get punched in the gut. Like, that's what I'm feeling.
It makes sense. It makes sense. There is a CPS case against Malaya and Daniel. Has come out that Daniel was very abusive towards Jack. Even said by his own biological children that his own biological children told RCMP that Daniel was abusive towards Jack and Lily.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Sarah Jones says, I know exactly what you're saying, Veronica. I felt sick from him too.
Yeah, it's there's something to do with like stomach pain. I don't know. It came to me when I read his name, whether it is directly associated with him or the kids or somebody, but there's something to do with like knots in your stomach or being hit or I don't know. I don't know. That was like more physical than emotional, but yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have any more questions? Because I think we are going to, like I said, I just wanted to bring my sister on to give you like a very beginning take on. She's not been involved in this case. Like I said, I brought the pictures to her. She's telling you 100% what she got. It lines up a lot with what we've all been getting. She's answered some of your guys' questions, and it's lined up with everything we know to be going on so far. Are there any other questions you guys want us to pull on? I'm not trying to keep this live very long because again, I really don't feel good.
There a missing car? Yes. I don't know why that. Sorry to cut you off. Is there a missing car? Yes. Yes. Like 1000% is what I'm getting. Yes. I don't know. Is there a missing car? Is that a thing? I just read the comment and then I was like, oh.
Yes, there seems to be a missing car. Lily
Is
Segan
it
said
like
very good.
brown? Is it like I
Is
don't
it
know
what?
why it just came to me, but it was like random. thought that popped in, like brown, missing car brown. I don't know. Do with that what you will. It could be nothing, but throwing it out there.
No, I have a card that comes out quite often for them with the color brown for a vehicle as well. Let
It's
me
been
read it.
awesome being here. Thank you guys. You're all very nice. I was a little nervous.
Yes, I have the best subscribers and viewers in the whole entire world. They are the best. Um, okay, so Nancy Dar says this live has been awesome. Lily Segan, very gifted. Veronica and Becca, great live stream. Claire McGregor, this was great live. Opal, great live. Thank you, ladies from Jane Doe. Nancy Dar says, I don't know either. Nancy, I hope you feel better. Thank you guys. Barb one says maybe in the ocean. Toronto Cat. Nice seeing you, Toronto Cat 54. Very interesting. Thank you. And your lovely sister, Becca. You're very welcome, Barb. This was great. Yeah, I plan on having my sister on at least
Yeah.
once or twice a month just to go over cases and stuff like that. Um, and sometimes, you know, we don't always agree on things neither, but usually, just to give you a frame of reference, usually with my sister, um, they will point her in a direction, they will give her a piece of information. She gives that information to me, and then I find exactly where that information goes. I know it's
Yeah,
weird, but
they point us in the direction of a team because I am, when I say quite like a very literal person. There was a situation with something at that was going on with my work, and I went to my sister about it, and for some reason, for some reason, it was like the words like Royal Air Force came out or something, and I thought nothing of it, and we were talking like weeks later. She's like, "Why didn't you tell me? It literally has to do with your work." It's a long story, but that's how it works. They'll put me in like some crazy direction. I won't have any clue, and then I'll tell her a week later, and she's like, "You could have told me that last week. We would have solved this sooner." So we work well as a team together.
yeah, we do work very well as a team together. Yeah, Sarah Jones, it is a very fun live, and that's I again, I really want that's why I wanted to get StreamYard going because I want to be able to, you know, allow you guys to come up too, and because I know I have a lot of intuitives and, you know, tarot readers and stuff like that in my chats and that subscribe to my channel and stuff like that, and the more we can work together and bring all our thoughts and the things that we're all seeing together and um you know, that's what I'm trying to create here, and I want to create a fun atmosphere, even though the topic is very sad and disheartening, and we have to touch on a lot of things that you know can be very morbid and things like that. We still have to bring a spirit of joy and happiness to it as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get if you wouldn't if you stayed in the spirit of sadness and all that kind of stuff. You just don't want to stay in that energy. Groupthink, correct, Jane Doe. Groupthink.
Yeah,
Hashtag
I
bring
mean, just
Lillian back home.
being being in a community and having people around, and because you deal with such heavy topics all the time. I think it's for anybody who does this, you have to have some light. I think that's why I react the way that I do to things, because that's just it's almost like if you don't laugh, you cry. That's me,
Yeah.
100%. Ask my sister. I'm either crying or laughing. So
Yeah.
that's who I am as a
She
person.
is.
But
She is.
yeah,
She is. And me and my sister kind of helps. I'm very you guys know me. I'm very kind of like straight to the point. My sister, she'll always tell me, stop being so dang blunt, because I'm very blunt. I'm more blunt in real life than I actually am on here, you guys.
She is. I have to tell her to calm down sometimes. I said, okay, that's enough.
But I'm the type of person where I like to get straight to the point. I like to get straight to the point. I am very spiritual, but I'm very also analytical, and I like to just dive right in and get the information that needs to be gotten and all that kind of stuff. You too, Jane Doe? Yeah. And but usually I'm only very blunt when I feel like someone's in danger or someone's going to get hurt. Otherwise, I'm a very sweet, kind, loving person. But um if I feel like someone's going to do something where they're going to get hurt or something's going to happen to them that's not so good, then I get very blunt very quickly. And sometimes it comes out as being rude or like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. So my daughter, this was a couple years ago, um, and she was having really bad migraines, and my daughter's 22 years old. So she was about 18 years old, and she called me and she's like, I said, "What?" I said, "What?" She's like, "It's where you pull your hair extremely hard and it's supposed to make your headache go away." And I said, "So please pardon my language because I'm going to tell you exactly what I said." I said, "Are you fucking stupid?" I said, "You are going to scalp yourself." And I said, "Where did you get this information?" And she said, "Off of TikTok." I said, "Adeline, I'm not going to, well, my daughter's name is Adeline. I just said it. But I said, honey, I said, I have a healthcare background. I work in healthcare and insurance. So I said, you cannot pull your scalp that hard. I said, you are going to scalp yourself. I said, you're going to detach your scalp from your actual bone and your skull. And that's the only time I get very blunt and very like straight to the point is because I feel like I have to give someone like a shock, like shock them out of whatever the heck they think they're gonna do because I know they're gonna injure themselves or do something that's gonna get them hurt. Otherwise, I'm very sweet and kind.
She's being truthful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I seriously appreciate the warm welcomes everybody gave me. It's been fun to be on here, and if you want me to
Yeah.
come back on a different time, we can see what happens.
Oh, Toronto cat, you live in Nova Scotia. I just don't want to miss any of the Sarah Jones. Oh, hi there, Nancy. Okay, so you guys are just talking to yourself. Fellow Nova Scotian, the Nancy. Okay, Toronto. It's great that Becca has continued with this case. We appreciate it here in Nova Scotia. Yeah, I won't ever let this case go until they're found. When you mean business, yes, exactly, Jane Doe. Also appreciate all the other people that take their time to put interest into the case. 100%. I appreciate 100%. Old Gerald, Becca, I can always tell when you need to make a point. Your voice deepens and quickens. Great stuff. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so other like I'm the type of person I wear my heart on my sleeve. But again, I don't ever want to see anyone get hurt or anything like that. And that's the only time I'm very extremely blunt. That's just how I am. But we should end the live here. I would like to rest and stuff like that. Still gotta work tomorrow and all that kind of stuff. And I will be uploading a video tomorrow for you guys. I'm gonna go look, see how Malaya's doing here, and there are few other things that I want to look at, and then I want to try to schedule a live for possibly this Thursday, where we can go over some more of the locations. Um, I'll probably bring my sister on for that live because again, she's really good at reading the energy and stuff like that. But like the different mountainous areas that have been brought up in my lives for locations and some of the other locations. So that's I want to schedule a live for Thursday to go over locations in regards to where Lily and Jack possibly could be. And again, still working on that land, trying to see where all the Mackenzie land is and the Martell land is. Because again, there's a strong strong pull. All right, you guys, I'm going to end the live. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you, Veronica, for
Bye, everyone.
joining the live with me. I truly appreciate it. I hope this helped bring some clarity for you guys as well. All right, you guys. I will talk to you all later, okay? I will see you guys all Thursday, okay, on another live, but I'll have videos uploading on tomorrow and Wednesday as well. Can't wait neither. Good night, everyone.
Night.